So no matter how long you have been a designer, whether you're brand new, just starting out, just learning the ins and outs of opening digital product shops and all the things, you have or inevitably will encounter many designs that are copyrighted, trademarked, etc. There will never come a time when it's not the case. It sucks, it's not right, and nope, it's not fair. And you're going to have a lot of those feelings throughout the process of being an online digital seller. Whether it's in our day-to-day life or online, there's always going to be people that want to take the easy way out. There's always people that think they can break the rules. They're not going to get caught. They're a small shop, so no one will even notice. It's not that big a deal. I'm a rule follower. I can't help it. I'm a rule follower. First off, I'm a graphic designer, and I hate it when someone takes my work. It sucks. It sucks to spend all that time hand drawing, creating from your brain, from scratch, and having somebody literally steal the entire thing. Now, I don't care if people get inspiration from my stuff. I think it's flattering. And I myself take inspiration from other people. And if it's a quote or something that's really popular right now, but it's not trademarked, like mommy to mom to bro or bruh or something like that, you know, you've seen it around, I'm probably still going to create something like that, but with my own spin on it. Let's go over some things that you can do. Let's pick a really popular topic right now. Let's say the Barbie movie. There is a way to follow the rules and still hit a trend or still be a part of something without infringing, without doing something illegal, and making sure to cover your butt so that you can still compete with these people who are risking their literal livelihoods for making a quick buck. I'm so excited to show you guys how this is possible, and of course, wearing some bright Barbie-ish colors. So let's get started. Are you ready? Let's go. So today, my friends, we are working on a theme of Barbie-inspired designs because that is all the rage right now. But teardrop earring sublimation is a very big market. And I know a lot of people talk all about tumblers and digital paper, including myself, because I love making those. Honestly, my second best seller is, it goes tumblers, and then it goes these teardrop earrings. So we are going to be doing that. Plus, it kind of goes with the whole Barbie thing, you know, an accessory. So like I said before, the goal here is to show you how we can create something that goes within the theme without infringement. So the first thing we have to do, guys, is go and see what is going to be infringing. So you have to think of, obviously, we're not going to be using the Barbie's logo. We're not going to be using the actual text Barbie. Obviously, when we think Barbie, we think pink, right? So we need to see what color of pink are we not supposed to use. So let's go do that first. Okay, so Mattel Barbie Pink, we're showing Pantone 219C and DA1884 for a hex code. So we're steering clear of these. Next up on our research is to see what says Barbie, right? Like, other than pink, right? Duh. Like, that's kind of an obvious. And other than like the Barbie head, which we can't use, and obviously the word Barbie, we can't use those. So we have to think outside the box. So how I like to do it is to do some research on the thing that you're wanting to do products for, okay? So the Barbie movie, which, by the way, you should have your kids Google the Barbie movie because this is really fun. Watch. I mean, that's so cute. Okay, so we have Googled the Barbie movie and we're just going to select images and we're just going to look at like all the different things that we see. So the first thing I see is this right here. Look at this. Look at this like checkered print. Is that gingham? Is that considered gingham? You know, I'm not the best with fabrics. Okay, so this right here, I love the idea of the checkered. So what I would do is I would write that down. I'm going to do it right now with you guys. So checkered, pink, checkered. So that's something we can incorporate. What are some other things we can incorporate? Let's go look. We have some, so I like the idea of just like white and pink together. White and pink. I like that. Let's find some other things. So we have Ken here, and there's a lot of denim, so we could maybe find some sort of denim
to incorporate. Let's see, I see some pearls right here on Barbie. So maybe some pearls. And what happens is you get all these different ideas and you put them together and you're able to create something that just kind of screams Barbie when you look at it without infringing. And you'll see what I'm saying. All right, so let's go and look at some more. And I'm really specifically looking at the Barbie movie because that is what's trendy right now. I like this really bright yellow. So maybe some other neon colors. See, told you I was getting all ready. Neon colors, yellow, just a little design research happening here. Let's see, let's pick this up. Okay, so we have various shades of pink, some of this like a light, kind of like a baby blue. I like that. Maybe some palm trees. Looks like there's some palm trees in the movie. This purpley shade. It's like a magenta, but heavy on the purple. Let's see, maybe some ocean water, something like that we could incorporate. See if there's any other like fabrics, like patterns, polka dots. Love it. We're seeing some, oh, I love that. Look at that dress in the background there, right here. I'm loving that. That's like a pink, yellow, and blue, like almost like a plaid. Okay, so we have a few things to work on here and to go off of. So there's a bunch of different ways that we could do this. I could get out my iPad and I could start sketching out some different things. I could do polka dots by myself. I have a few Procreate brushes that are specific to fabric, so I could grab like my polka dot or my gingham or my checkered or whatever that is, different things, and I could create, earring sublimation designs via my iPad. And I think in future videos, I'm going to show more of my iPad. I'm just not super great at recording that yet. So I want to practice that before I do that. I have one video on this channel of me using the iPad, and it was actually pretty difficult for me to record. So, but in the future, just expect some iPad Procreate tutorials because I do a lot of my design work in Procreate to start out with, and then I'll go over to Affinity Designer to finish out. So that's how I do that. For today, for the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to be working in Affinity Designer, and we are going to be using Creative Fabrica because as I've mentioned many times before, it to me is the best value for your money, and because you get the entire website for your membership price. So I can just go on here and download everything that I want, and then we can adjust it, we can change it, we can crop it, we can move it around, and we can just like piece some different elements together, and it's going to be so fun. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So I'm back in Affinity Designer right quick because I want to pull up my mock-up that I have created, my template, I guess, that I have created. And I know that some of you do not have something like this. I always recommend creating, but I do have a surprise coming. I'm super excited. I've been working on this. I am developing a freebie for you all. It has various different mock-ups in it: mugs, tumblers, teardrop earrings, coasters. I think there's a few more in there. And so I am making that. I'm trying to see if I can make it to where I can do one for like Affinity Designer and then maybe one for Canva, but I'm not entirely sure if I can do that. At least not this go around. For sure, I will have them available in Affinity Designer, which then you could probably, I know you could use in Illustrator. I don't know if it would cross over into other programs, but I'm happy to check for you. But anyways, I'm going to be giving you guys a freebie. It should be end of August, early September, so keep an eye out for that. And you guys will be able to download all the different templates that I've already created, so you guys can just drag and drop your designs and just get them up. With that being said, let's pull mine up. All right, here she is. This is my mock-up that I use for my teardrop earrings, and it's just so nice to already have it. I know that the size works, I know the shape works, I know everything works perfectly. It's been tried, it's been tested on physical products. I've never had a bad review. I know that it works great, so it's just nice to have a template so that you can design, drop, and do all the things. Now, you can do it one of two ways. You can design specifically right into your template, or you can design in another area. I usually enjoy making a 3600 by 3600 like digital paper. Just because then I can do more. Say I really like what I create, I can actually sell it again as a digital paper. I could turn it into coasters. I could turn it into a tumbler if I resized it. So just starting out at the 3600 by 3600 pixel canvas just gives me a lot more leeway as to what I can use it for versus designing specifically inside of this teardrop template. I'm really limited then to the size of this. I hope that makes sense. Also, I have a little trick that I like to do. When you make a digital paper, you'll see that you're able to kind of move it around and get multiple different earrings out of one digital paper. All right, so we have our canvas ready. We have our mock-up ready. Now let's go to Creative Fabrica and see what we can find that's within our realm of research. And white plaid. See what we come up with, pink and white plaid. This is cute. I'm not so sure that's really giving me the Barbie vibes. And we are going to be adjusting these. So we are not going to be using any of these as is. These are just starting points. And I think this is really fun, especially as a new designer. If you're not a graphic designer, it doesn't mean that you can't sell digital products online. Like if you've ever heard that, that's a bunch of crap, because you totally can. And this is how, taking elements, repurposing them, moving them around, and really just getting good in the design program you choose. Then you can really create some amazing products. Okay, this one right here. I love that one. I think that one's going to be the main one that we use, but I love all of these in here. We could implement quite a few of these. So I'm going to go ahead and download, see how I can just download it because I already pay the monthly membership fee. It's kind of amazing. All right, so we have that. So we already have some pink plaid, pink stripy situations. So what else could we use? How about some denim? See what we can come up with denim. So these are pretty good. I see this one right here that would be a good denim to use, but let's just make sure that that's the best option that we have. And, you know, don't think that you can't use pieces of other things. The great part about 90% of people, hopefully 100%, but you know, that are designing in high resolution is you can use pieces of everything. So it doesn't have to be a digital paper. It doesn't have to be a clip art. It doesn't have to be anything. So you could, let's say you really like this. You could just take one little part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to get really creative. Think outside the box. And you know, like I said before, once you start creating digital papers and different elements, you're going to have a whole bunch of your own stuff that you're going to be able to do the same thing with, mix and match and create all different things. I'm sure I have a whole bunch. I'm just wanting to show you guys, you know, on here the different things because specifically my shop on here, I don't really have that full. And I don't have any denim actually, and I haven't created any pink and white plaid either. Get on it, Ashley, huh? These look a little too cartoony. Okay, so I think we are going to go ahead and grab this one right here. There's only like one or two like these in this area that I like, but I think we could use them. So maybe we won't, but maybe we will. So let's do, maybe if we do baby blue polka dots. We might have to adjust the color a little bit. It seems a little vibrant, but it might not be. Once everything comes together, it might look okay. Just download those. I think those might come in handy. We might be able to use those for something. And let's see what else we have on the, palm trees. Can we find some palm trees? I almost want to be like, what do you guys think? Like you're going to respond to me, but that's how these videos always feel. It just feels like we're kind of working together. We're just like chatting, which is nice. That's what I want. But then sometimes I forget that I'm alone in here. Let's go ahead and download these ones. These are beautiful. I actually do have some underwater ones, but you know what? Let's just go ahead and download that. I think that's really cute. So we have polka dots, we have some stripes, we have some pink, yellow, and blue plaid. I think that's pretty specific, but pink, blue, yellow, plaid. I'm all plaid. Yeah, I get why you're going with Easter. Yep. Makes sense. Look at that. We could incorporate one of these in there. This right here. Look at that. That's really close to like the type she was wearing. This one too. Okay. Yep. Download. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. So let's get started. We are going to be making 10 teardrop earrings that are all kind of coordinated in that Barbie theme that we were talking about. So we are going to just go to File and then Place. All right. So we have our spring ones. Let's see what these look like. Okay. Let's start off with this pink plaid here. And I'm just going to pull it to where it goes over the whole thing. So something I think would look really cool on this, because Barbie has that dress and she does have that pearl accent on it, would be to add some pearls to this. So we're taking this digital paper that another designer made, supporting them, adding to it, creating our own work. All right, so I have zoomed in and I'm going to go to File, Place, and grab these pearls that I found. And I want to find just the single pearl, and I'm going to add this in our design. All right, so I am going to basically place this in the exact same location all throughout the design, and then I'll see you after that, and then we will go from there. Now we're just going to group all the pearls together. Make sure you get them all. I'm going to add a shadow and see if I like that. I do. I think it just adds a lot. It makes it look like the pearls are more rounded and popping out more, so I love that. So I'm going to go ahead and save this right now as a digital paper. So I'm going to do it as a JPEG in my digital paper folder, and I'm going to name it right now Barbie themed or Barbie inspired, but I will not be selling it with that name. Just so I know what I'm looking for, I'm going to go with Barbie inspired until I can come up with something that's a little bit better for when we sell it. And I'm going to put, now what I'm going to show you is we're going to head back over to our earring mock-up, and I'm going to place that digital paper inside the mock-up now. I do that by selecting it, going over here to where it's like this piece of like a piece of pie inside the circle. That is where you're going to want, if you hover, it'll actually say what it's called, insert inside the selection. That's what you do when you want to put something inside Affinity Designer. It's just easy. And then we'll go to File, Place, and we're going to grab that paper we just created. This could be one earring, okay? And you see how it is really tight together. So let's say that this is one, and I'm going to go ahead and go File, Export, and we are going to save it as a PNG this time because it has a transparent background. And we're going to export, and now I'm going to put it in the area where I put my teardrop earrings. All right, I'm going to make a new folder, and again, I'm going to name it currently as Barbie Inspired, but we are not going to sell it with that name. This is how I go about doing it. So here's our digital paper. What I want to do is I want to change it up a bit. So I am going to stretch. I'm going to stretch it out. All right, and we are going to make it bigger. So now we're going to line this up a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to save it again, and I'm going to make it, instead of small pink plaid with pearl, we're going to do large pink plaid with pearl. And how we're going to arrange that here would be, we would select one of these. This is our mock-up that will be on our listing photo to show the customers what they're buying. And we would do the exact same thing we did before in the mock-up. So we select the one I want to put it on. We're going to do insert inside the selection, File, Place, and we're going to grab the small one first. And we're just going to arrange that like that, okay? And now maybe, let's see, how about right here? We'll put the other one, place, and we'll put the large one. So one digital paper or one design that we create has now become two. So these are two totally different earrings. One has a larger pattern, one has a smaller pattern. It makes it to where you can do a lot more in a smaller amount of time. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and delete this and start from scratch. Let's go to File, Place, and see what other designs we have that we can work with. I'd say this one right here is pretty close to what Ken wears, but we can adjust it if we'd like. And we're going to just pull that. So I'm going to go to Adjustments, and I'm going to go with the brightness and the contrast, and I'm going to up the brightness a bit. There we go. I just feel like that's a little bit better right there. And then let's go ahead and insert another paper inside this one, and we'll go with, let's see, how about one of these spring plaids? Yeah, I like this one. Play around for days with this, but okay, so let's say we like that. All right, and then maybe we want it to be a little bit more bold pink on the edges. So let's grab another rectangle, pop that here, and let's choose a pinky color. All right, super cute. Okay, so we are just going to grab the colors from this. So I'm going to hold this one down and I'm going to go over to the color picker and I'm just going to grab one of these pinks in here. Oh, that might be cute. And I want this to speak more Barbie, less Easter. This Control G to group it together. Let's see what it looks like if we added a little shadow. Sometimes I like to add shadows, especially if it's for an accessory, because it makes it look like more realistic. And people really like the more realistic looking earrings. So yes, I love that shadow. That is great. The opacity is too low, so let's bump that up. Love that. It just looks more, I don't know, it looks more fashionable. Okay, so I'm going to leave this just as it is, and I'm going to export it. Perfect. Okay, what a cute earring. I love it. Selecting the square, we're going to grab the eyedropper tool, and we're going to just grab that color. Now, that color looks really familiar to Barbie Pink, so let's just make sure that it's not, in fact, Barbie Pink. This is FF22A2, so that is not the Barbie Pink color that we saw. All right, so now let's add some that blue polka dotty or something. All right, so first I'm going to make this smaller, this the size of it, holding the Alt key down, dragging it over. It is a repeat pattern. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to hold both of those by holding the Shift key and then just lining those up really good. We're going to zoom in just to make sure that that is lined up good. While it doesn't look bad, it doesn't look like a complete circle, so we're just going to tap out of it and then just inch by inch go in, make sure, oh, see, zoomed in, you can still see a seam. So let's bring it in again and again. Okay, no seam. All right, so now we have that at the top of the earring. I got a great idea. So I'm thinking let's put this right here, and we're gonna send this to the back. All right, so let's see what this would look like as an earring. I feel like it's going to be really cute. And here we go. Now, we could do it this way, or we could flip it. Let's see what we think if we were to flip it. Now, keep that in mind too, guys. You can have it like this, and then we can flip it, and we have another earring. So, things to think about here. Let's see, which one do we like? Picture it on the ear. I feel like I would want the lighter part to be on the bottom. I don't know, like it feels more heavy when it's going this way. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it just like that. All right, so we're going to do export, and we're going to export it as a PNG again. Thinking, what if we were to add like maybe some like lipstick or I don't know, some accessory style things. Like we could put a high heel shoe in here because there's nothing else that's saying Barbie. So I found some lipsticks and some other things that we can incorporate, and I want to put that more towards the center. After we create those designs, I want to put those more towards the center, and then on the outsides, because I feel like that's what's going to bring this whole entire bundle together to make it look more Barbie-like. All right, so we are going to just make this bigger. That would be a super like kind of a retro feel. I love that. Okay. And let's see what kind of accessories we can put with this background. This might be cute. Loving that. Okay, so I love that. Let's kind of put these randomly in different spots. Now, remember, it's for an earring. It does not need to be seamless. It doesn't need to be seamless. So just kind of arrange however you want. I like both of those where they are, so I'm just going to copy and kind of just place them randomly. I know it looks like I'm trying for a pattern, but I'm going to move them. Okay, so we're going to go like this. We're going to move this one maybe a little bit this way. And then we can add maybe some high heels or some other gold accents. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put a shadow on this. Yeah, because that looks so cool. It just kind of looks like they're falling. I love that. All right, so I'm going to just make I was going to do a circle, but I think I'm going to do a teardrop teardrop earrings, raining. I don't know. I kind of like that idea. So we're going to do a little teardrop like that. And I'm going to put in a digital paper that's complementary. And let's see. I know that I have some glitter. Perfect. This gold might work. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Okay. So we want it to be blingy. So let's find a good part of this right there. Love that. Okay. I think we might want to drop the color down just a tad. Just go over to the adjustments panel and we will just kind of up the brightness a little, making it a little more. There we go. That kind of blends a little bit better. It's not as dark. Okay, so now we are going to just put these randomly throughout. Doesn't have to be seamless. It's going on an earring in the end. All right, and now I'm going to add another one and then shrink it down a bit. And let's put, there we go. And we'll just scatter these ones everywhere. I'm going to grab each and every one of those by just hitting the first one and then and then shift and then selecting the others. I'm going to group them all together. And let's go see what it looks like if we were to put a shadow on it. Yes, I love it. Okay, super cute. Now we're going to save that one. Oh my goodness, that's adorable. Okay, so cute. And now we have more of like a Barbie feel to it, I feel, that kind of ties things together. So let's see how that looks. All right, so we're going to put that one smack dab in the middle, really make it the focal point. Good. And I also want to make it the main focal point. So I'm going to do that again and put it on our main model over here. I think you guys get the idea. I won't have you on here and have you watch me do the whole thing, I suppose. I'm going to finish up this bundle and then I'm going to show you at the end and we're going to have a few final thoughts on the matter. So there we have it. We have 10 super cute, adorable, Barbie inspired, but not infringing. Hope that you guys have realized that just because there are other people out there putting up designs that are not theirs, that are not unique, and they're basically copying from things that have been popular for decades, doesn't mean that you have to stoop that low. You don't have to do that. Not only is it legally dangerous, it's just plain stealing. And we are better than that.
If you liked today's video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, as that's super helpful in the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you get notified every single time I make a video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.